Hey guys, the Black Critic Guy here with the third and final top 5 list to close off the month of October and to bring an end to bullshit month. Thank the Lord that it's over. And I thought, what the hell? Let's end on a high note as I count down the top 5 best summer films of 2016. These are the films that I truly enjoyed watching when going to the movies, so much so that I even went back for repeat viewings. And without further ado, let's get started. Warring at the number 5 spot is Captain America: Civil War. Yeah, you can label me a Marvel fanboy all you want, but it doesn't change how much I absolutely adored watching this film. Does it have its problems? Yes. Is it the best Marvel film out there? Absolutely not. But it's still fun, enjoyable, and thrilling, packed with solid and likable characters, a captivating and engaging story, and some of the best action I've seen in a Marvel film to date. I mean, that airport scene alone makes this film worth watching. That shit was epic as hell. Plus, Captain America: Civil War is one of 2 films this summer that I watched multiple times at the movie theater. I couldn't get enough of this film. And honestly, guys, I just can't say no to the Cap. I mean, come on. I can't say no to the Cap. He's my favorite hero of all time, and I salute the guy. He's just a freaking badass in this film. Barking its way into the number 4 spot is The Secret Life of Pets. Yeah, I know. Who would have thought that in a summer where both Finding Dory and Kubo and the Two Strings came out, that the one animated kids film that stood out the most to me was The Secret Life of Pets. I mean, I didn't guess that, but honestly, it's the most memorable of the 3. It's the one that I remembered laughing the most at. It's the one that I remembered having the most fun with. I like the concept. I mean, they used the same premise that worked for Pixar with Toy Story and Disney with Wreck-It Ralph, and they made it their own. It's a really fun, enjoyable, and hilarious, laugh out loud, hilarious animated kids film, and it's worth the watch. Fighting to survive at the number 3 spot is The Shallows, the surprise hit of the summer. Similar to Secret Life of Pets, I did not expect to love this film as much as I did, but it was such an enthralling film that kept me on the edge of my seat the whole time, wondering whether or not Blake Lively was gonna make it out of this situation alive. And let me tell you, this film is beautifully shot. Some of the best cinematography I've seen all year. It was the little film that could, and it most certainly did. And plus, nobody's gonna complain about seeing Blake Lively half naked for most of this film. Hell, that probably might entice them to go see it even more. Laughing my ass off at the number 2 spot is Sausage Party. Without question, the most hilarious and memorable experience I had at the movie theaters this summer. And the second film that I saw multiple times at the movie theaters. I just couldn't get enough of Sausage Party. I had so much fun with it, especially with its climax, the epic battle and the big food orgy that happens at the end. Oh my god, that right there was worth the price of admission and worth seeing again and again. I know some people didn't find the film as funny as I did. I know some of my coworkers were like, why did you watch this film for a 4th time? Why do you keep going back to see it? I can't really explain it, guys. I just have so much fun with the crude humor. The characters are really likable, and I do like how interesting and clever the story is. I mean, they really tackle some existential issues in a raunchy Seth Rogen comedy. I never would have expected that in a bajillion years. Not to mention, this film might quite possibly have one of the most memorable villains in movie history. A freaking villain that is a literal douche. That is a perfect item to make into a villain. The villain is literally and figuratively a douche. I mean, come on, it writes itself, guys. It's ingenious. And now, here we are at the number 1 spot. And I'm pretty damn sure that none of you will guess what my number 1 choice is, as I never really talked about the film that much and I didn't get a chance to review it when it initially came out because I was busy that month. But when I got a chance to see the film for myself, I knew immediately after seeing the film that this would be the best summer film I saw in 2016. And that film is The Conjuring 2. Oh my goodness, guys. You want to talk about a sequel that completely eclipses its original? That's The Conjuring 2. And The Conjuring was already an excellent horror film. It was so good, but this film completely surpasses it in every single aspect. The horror, the suspense, the characters, the acting, the story, everything. And James Wan is slowly becoming one of my all-time favorite directors. I wish I could go back and redo my top 10 favorite film directors list and put James Wan on it, because this guy is excellent. He has a keen eye for horror. He truly understands what makes a horror film scary. He spends time building the tension, building the suspense, building that sense of terror, not knowing what is behind you or what's on screen, what's actually happening. And he uses so much clever camera tricks in this film that it's just a stroke of genius. And he never really relies on the cheap scares, the jump scares, and the ooh loud noises. No, he actually knows how to craft an excellent horror film and to actually create characters that we actually give a damn about. These are characters that are fleshed out, you understand where they're coming from, you root for them, and you want them to succeed. They're just not there to die, they're there for you to get attached to. And that's what's been missing in so many horror films, and it pulls it off in flying colors. Now, I didn't get a chance to see Don't Breathe, and I didn't get a chance to see Lights Out, and I'm sure those two are excellent horror films as well, but to me, The Conjuring 2 is the alpha and omega when it comes to solid horror films and solid horror sequels. I mean, there aren't a lot of great horror sequels. This is one of those rare occasions, and let me tell you, the nun in this film, Santa Maria Camelin, scared the shit out of me. Scared the shit. And I saw this film in the afternoon. I left the theater shitting my pants because I'm like, my goodness, that thing was horrifying as hell. Oh, and one last thing that I absolutely must praise about the film is the solid performance by the little girl in the film. My goodness, she blew me away at how great her performance was, and she has a very promising career ahead of her. Man, I cannot wait to see more from this little girl. She was excellent. She was solid. She actually outshined every single actor in the film, and they're all established actors, and she's kind of like a new actress, and look at her. She's the best performance in the film. Like, props to you, little girl, from standing out of the crowd. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, The Conjuring 2 is the best summer movie I saw in 2016. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was my list of the top 5 best summer films of 2016. And I would love to know what you guys thought about my list. Did you agree with it? Did you disagree with it? Did you feel like I left any great films out, as I didn't get to see all the films this summer, so I'm sure there are some hidden gems that I did miss. And let me know, what is your favorite summer film of 2016? Comment below, let me know, and stay tuned later on tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm doing it a little early because this is a weekday. I know a lot of you have to go to school tomorrow, so I'll do it a little early, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the BCG End of Bullshit Month live chat. Oh my god, I'm super excited. And I do have one more anime review. It's probably gonna come out tomorrow because I didn't get a chance to finish it today. I apologize, but it will be coming, I promise you that. And I'm also working on a top 10 list that I was supposed to do for Bullshit Month, but I'm gonna have to release it next month too, so stay tuned for that. And until then, guys, if you would like to see more videos on this channel and be a part of the Black Critic crew, please hit that subscribe button below. Like this video if you really enjoyed it. And I'm Tony Watt II, the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube.